This fine 10-arch sandstone viaduct stands near Stewarton in East Ayrshire. It's known locally as the Lainshaw Viaduct. It's also known as the Annick Water Viaduct. The Annick Water runs just beneath. There also used to be an old mill here. Lainshaw Mill is famous for its tree growing out of its chimney pot. This viaduct was constructed for the Glasgow, Barrhead and Kilmarnock Joint Railway and was run by the Caledonian and the Glasgow and South Western Railway jointly. Although completed in 1868, the rest of the railway construction didn't start until 1870, and the line wasn't actually opened in 1871. The architect for the viaduct was George Cunningham, and the contractor was John McNaughton. George Cunningham is known to have carved the memorial stone in the sense of it was to celebrate the construction and completion of the viaduct, and that was laid by Colonel Muir, and he was the master of the Gewinning Mother Lodge. It's not sure where the memorial stone lies. It may have become invisible due to earth covering it that slumped down on top. It's also said, more as a local anecdote or rumour, that there's actually a Masonic temple was constructed and still exists up somewhere by one of the pillars. Sadly, 2 workers were killed here by falling off in 1868. They're both remembered in a memorial paid for by their colleagues in Stewarton Parish Churchyard. More recently, there was a tragedy here where the rail bridge was being strengthened as the track was being redoubled, having been singled some years back. And one of the engineers on a cherry picker, one of the workers of the cherry picker, fell when the whole structure, the whole of the cherry picker fell into the water and was killed, very sadly. Though they can't be seen, there are long metal poles, bars, have been pushed through the viaduct to strengthen it. That was the work that was taking place. A much older sadness is this path here, the Weeping or Mourning Path. The 4th Earl of Eglinton, centuries ago, was ambushed in Stewarton and murdered. His horse, however, brought his dying body back to Lainshaw Castle, which lies in the distance. And it's said that his widow walked this path, hence the Weeping or Mourning Path. Not far from here, there was possibly a small railway halt at Lockridge House. Seems to have been a Second World War use when the house itself was used maybe by the army, either the main army or possibly the land army. These holes or depressions, cups, were used to make the blocks easy to lift during the construction phase. This is the gravestone in Stewarton Old Parish Church of Matthew Watson and John McLaughlin, who were both labourers on the Lainshaw Viaduct that was being constructed on the line from Glasgow to Kilmarnock. Unfortunately, in 1868, they both fell to their deaths. Their friends, however, gathered together and raised the money for this memorial. It was most unusual in those days for labourers to be able to afford their own gravestones, particularly of this quality.